that you plan?
It's a really good question, and I was asked similar questions by the founders of the business. Why do you need to come all the way to India to meet the team?
Right, welcome Stephen, welcome once again. And since I've joined Paperchase, as I was telling you also, that I've always been intrigued that what the counterpart, from the fraternity must be viewing and expecting out of us, out of Paperchase. From the client side, from the client's perspective. And since you're here with us, I'm going to be taking this opportunity and asking a couple of things that has always been there in my head.
Sure.
Yeah. So to begin with, what are those financial practices and tools that you at Dishoom, from being a finance director at Dishoom, think they are important and instrumental in measuring the growth and the visions of, as we say, the visions of the CEOs have to be aligned pragmatically by the CFOs or the finance directors, right? So in your case, the vision of the head babu. So how do you basically measure those? What are the tools or practices that you think are instrumental?
Sure. Well, thank you for having us here again for a second time in Ahmedabad. It's always a real treat to come and see the team.
Pleasure.
And I think to answer the question about that point of a CFO or a finance director being the navigation to the head of the business is very critical, obviously. And in order to be able to navigate and shape the direction of the business, you need to first of all have absolute clarity and confidence in the numbers, because the first question that will come to me or any other CFO is, where are we this month, this week, against the plan, against our targets? And I think a critical part of that is knowing that I can act with complete confidence and security around the position, whether that's the cash position, whether it's our ability to fund the next size or the next growth, and also having a really good understanding of the drivers of the performance month to month. So that's having a really fantastic management accounting pack, really good detail, insight into what's driving particular site's performance, and that's the monthly cycle, the monthly process. But I think having your fingertips on week to week performance in the restaurant space, there's so many factors driving what's happening at the volume level, at the sales level. And so having a weekly management information pack is really important. So if my CEO is asking me why we performed well or not so well the week before, you have to know exactly what the drivers are there.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, which brings me to the next thought, is how we at a Paperchase been able to support that growth journey. And what are the milestones in our journey, Dishoom Paperchase journey, that you can highlight it through your experience by working with us?
Well, I've been now part of the Dishoom story for almost half of its lifetime. So Paperchase is more than twice as senior as me in terms of the finance experience. It's been 10 years with Paperchase and 5 years for me.
Incredible.
And during that time, we've moved from single site management accounts, packs, through to consolidated views, really having the budgeting process integrated into what we do for reporting purposes. And that's been a really important stage, being able to see groupings of we have 3 different divisions in the business now, with the restaurants, the delivery kitchens, and our e-commerce platform. So Paperchase has been able to build specific reporting that aligns to those 3 channels, and that's been a great way for us to understand profitability of each of those verticals as we think of them in the business. So that's a really important milestone, to be able to adapt the reporting to the requirements of the division. And a good example of that would be when we launched our delivery business. we had a central production facility and multiple units, and Paperchase were able to build out the reporting and the finance structure to support that as we grew. And that was a period of real fast growth for Dishoom.
Fantastic. I'm so happy to learn that we've been able to keep pace with the growth of Dishoom. As I think of it, it couldn't have happened without the involvement from, this close and collaborative approach from Dishoom's side as well. And that, the team's visit, your visit to India, you being in India for the second time is a classic example and proof of that. So, what has, originally inspired you to be with the team, to spend this time with the team back in India, with the Dishoom Paperchase team? And what were the goals and thoughts that you were carrying in your head looking forward to achieve out of this trip that you've planned?
It's a really good question, and I was asked similar questions by the founders of the business. Why do you need to come all the way to India to meet the team and understand? But the way we think about our suppliers and our customers is really in the same way. We want to know our customers, we want to know who is coming to the restaurants, who is sitting there, who is eating the food, drinking our drinks, and at the same time, our suppliers, our support are really an extension of the Dishoom team. And I think when we think about the size of the Paperchase team and the individuals that we're working with, we wanted to get to know them, to get to know how they work, to understand how the team and the environment is here in Ahmedabad as well as in London. So it was a really important step to build relationships, see the people across the room, share and understand who they are, what they're about, because I think it generates more loyalty, to be honest, to the business. I think if you visit someone, you see somebody, you can really associate with what we're doing as a business and you have more commitment to it. But it also helped us to see where the processes were working, where we had specific requirements that maybe needed some support and needed some explanation. So it's a really good way of building a strong working relationship.
Fantastic. Loyalty is a great word. It's really, and that really transpires into a great connect when you do that in person. And that I can see from the floor and the experience of the people in the team also. They also can understand the first-hand challenges of the expectations that they are not able to meet at times, can convey. So absolutely, the team is also equally thrilled to have you. And next year, hopefully, once again, third time in a row, we'll have a opportunity and the blessing to have you all and host you all again.
Well, it would be a privilege to come and see you again and just keep experiencing the way the team works. I think we're excited about our growth journey and Dishoom's growth, and I think Paperchase is in a similar state of mind and a willingness to grow and expand. So it's a good opportunity to keep that connection more close.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for treating us like an extended Dishoom family.
Yes.
It's a different experience, and everybody is extremely blessed to basically experience and be on the journey with you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shah. Thank you so much.